Coogler, director and co-writer. Welcome. I mean, did you have any idea when you did the first Marvel Studios Black Panther? People were excited about it, but did you have any idea that it would blow up to be this huge movement?
No, I did not. We were just trying to make the best movie we could. What was interesting about it is that Chad knew. You know, he knew. Like, he would talk about how well it was gonna do and how people would respond to it. He had so much confidence that what we were making was gonna matter in a real way. But during the time of going through it, I was kind of down in the dumps, man. I was taking it day to day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was really rewarding to see people take to it as they did, and we were super excited to you know, present folks with another film now.
Yeah. What's it feel like to be back? You know, like all of these people that you worked with before, they're back.
Yeah.
We're seeing seeing everything in a completely different light.
It's really bizarre. You know, it's actually like a paradox because it feels very familiar, but at the same time, so much has changed since the last time we released the film. You know, the world has changed, like through the pandemic and all types of different sorts of unrest and change and things that we've been having to navigate just personally and as a society. And then we've changed. We've gotten older. Yeah. You know, our lives have gotten more rich, and we also you know, lost our king. You know, and you know, it's a part of life. You know, things change as time goes on. But being here is extremely surreal because it feels familiar, but at the same time, like we're in a whole new place.
Yeah. So on that note, you know, talking about this film, you know, there's something different that's happening in it. I know that when you set out to direct a film, you always start with a question. In your first film, it was, what does it mean to be African, my brother's keeper? So for this film, what question did you set out to answer?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big film. It has a lot of questions. I think the deepest question was like, how do you move on when you feel like you can't? You know, how do you move on in the face of immeasurable odds? You know, how do you move on when your heart is broken? You know, and I think that this film speaks to that, and it's a joyous film. It's a celebratory film, but it also deals with some real things that we face as human beings, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. Now you also are bringing us an entirely new world. Like Telecon is about to be. It seems like it's about to be pretty lit. What was it like directing an underwater world?
It was one of the most rewarding experiences I've ever had. You know, bringing Telecon to life. You know, and it's our film's interpretation of Marvel's Atlantis, of Marvel's neighbor, and the one that's been around in the comic books for a long time.
Yeah.
And for us, we were trying to figure out a way to tell that story, you know, through the specific lens of Black Panther. And we're really excited about what we were able to do. We worked with a lot of different cultural consultants. We were able to cast some incredible actors, and just the physical of it, you know, getting into the water and doing it for real, it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
And that is something that you and your team always do. You bring such an authenticness to it. So also from one Bay Area native to another, man. So great to see you. I grew up in Fairfield. Yes.
Yeah.
My mom lives in Oakland, but you know.
Fairfield, Oakland, I'll take them both, man. Great cities.
You're always repping, so maybe we'll see some glimpses of the Bay in this movie. Maybe.
I don't want to confirm or deny.
That's what you said to me the last time, and the opening shot was Oakland. So thank you, Ryan. Thank you for not spoiling there. Ryan, it's such an amazing night ahead of you. We're going to send you on your way. Thank you so much for everything that you bring and the gift that you've given to the world. Thank you, Ryan. Amazing getting a chance to